Hello, Patriots fans. Richie Rich with the New England Football Edition. I'm coming at you. Some major breaking news for your Patriots tonight. It's 9:45. Patriots made a major trade today. They acquired Brandon Ayuk from the San Francisco 49ers. What do you think about that trade? Are you on board with that trade? Well, it would have been great. April Fools. Anyways, that was my April Fool's joke to my New England Patriot fans. Brandon Ayuk. No, I don't think he got traded. He's going to be with San Francisco this year. They didn't move him on their self-imposed deadline. Now, I put in the chat room in the chat notes. I did mock draft 4.0 in my Patriots Draft Forecast channel right here on YouTube. 4.0, mock draft 4.0. Check it out. Interesting moves. I made some interesting moves in that mock draft because let me tell you, Patriots fans, we're in mock draft season. We're in mock draft. We're in the real draft month now. Today's the first. 23 more days. 23 more days to your Patriots draft on opening night of the NFL draft. Well, we think they're going to draft. They got the 4th overall pick, so most likely they're going to draft. Might be around this time, 9:47 p.m. But if you're a Patriots fan, what looked like it was going to be pretty decent for a draft a couple weeks ago, what I mean by that is that there was a real good chance we were going to land a blue chip player with the 4th overall pick. Either pass rushing specialist Abdul Carter from Penn State or wide receiver, cornerback, Heisman Trophy winner from Colorado, Travis Hunter. It looked pretty good. Like one of those guys was going to fall to us with the 4th overall pick. However, a lot of things happened in the last 2 weeks. The first thing is Cam Ward, wide receiver from Miami, is pretty much locked up the number 1 spot, barring some crazy trade down scenario in which the Tennessee Titans trade out of the number 1 spot. Tennessee's taking Cam Ward, number 1 overall, the quarterback from Miami. If they do make a crazy trade, he's still going to go number 1 overall, but whoever's trading up to get him is going to take him. Cleveland Browns are on the clock with the 2nd overall pick, my friends. They need a quarterback. Just yesterday, the owner was on record at the owners' meetings saying he made a mistake acquiring Deshaun Watson. It was a failed trade. They definitely need a quarterback. But is it going to be a quarterback in this draft at the 2nd overall position? That would be quarterback Shedeur Sanders of Colorado would be the guy that comes to mind. If you're a Cleveland Browns player, fan, owner, GM, head coach, Stefanski. However, I don't think that they're going to take quarterback Shedeur Sanders with the 2nd overall pick. There's actually some serious rumors out there that Cleveland could actually take or should I say, make a trade? Could there be a trade coming into play for the Cleveland Browns with the second overall pick? Word is that they might take a trade with the Atlanta Falcons for Kirk Cousins. That's gaining steam. And if that's the case, they're not going to need a quarterback with the number 2 spot overall in this year upcoming draft a couple weeks from now. So it's either going to be pass rushing specialist Abdul Carter from Penn State or wide receiver cornerback with the Colorado Heisman Trophy winner Travis Hunter with the second pick. And then the Green Bay. Then in Green Bay at the draft, the Giants are on the pick with the third overall spot. They need a quarterback as well, a quarterback of the future. But a couple weeks ago, they signed quarterback Russell Wilson to a one-year deal. He's an aging veteran. They also have quarterback Jameson Winston, who they signed to a 2-year deal. 2 veterans. So the growing sentiment is they feel that they got quarterback locked up for this year, the quarterback position this year, and they could be posturing for quarterback next year in next year's draft. It's going to be stronger than this year's draft. And with that being said, the third overall pick, the Giants are going to take whoever's left. It's either going to be wide receiver Travis Hunter, wide receiver cornerback Travis Hunter, Heisman Trophy winner Travis Hunter, or Abdul Carter, passing specialist, edge rusher for Penn State with the third overall pick. So, Patriots fans, it is not shaping up to be what we wanted in the draft with the fourth overall pick. It all comes back to that senseless win against Buffalo in the final week of the season. Now, unlike the year before, they had a senseless win up in Denver. They ended up with the third pick overall. That worked out good. Actually, great, because we got our quarterback of the future, our franchise quarterback, Drake May. This year, it might not work out that much better, or it won't work out that good, because I see Cam Ward going number 1 overall, Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter going number 2 overall, and then whoever's left out of Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter, they're going to get scooped up by the Giants at 3. So now, Patriots fans, 4th overall pick, you're on the clock. What do? Do you stick and pick? Who do you pick? Do you pick left tackle from LSU, Will Campbell, with the 4th pick overall? Do you pick Arizona wide receiver, Tetero McMillan? Do you pick offensive tackle, Armand Mambu from Missouri? If I was head coach Mike Vrabel, Elliott Wolf, and Bill Cowden, I would get on the phone the minute that the Giants make their pick and Shedeur Sanders is still on the clock. I would be calling the New Orleans Saints at the 9th pick overall. I would be calling the Pittsburgh Steelers with the 21st pick overall. Heck, I'd even call the Jets because the Jets could be desperate for a quarterback. I know they just signed Josh Fields, but is he the quarterback of the future in New York? I would call him. I would see what you can get for Shedeur Sanders. if it's the Jets and the Steelers that you trade with, I would be definitely asking for their number one this year, a number one next year, and a number two, possibly even a first round pick the following year. And then I would throw in a third round pick this year and a fourth round pick next year from either one of those two teams. Now I know the Jets don't have that far to fall. They got the 7th overall pick. It's only 3 spots from where we're at. However, they're in our division. So just to go down 3 or 4 spots, the Jets to come up and take their quarterback, I'm gonna want something from that team. The Saints got the 9th pick overall. You can get a decent haul for that pick. I would try to trade, get extra picks, and then see if you can grab a tackle or a wide receiver at the end of wherever you end up with it, whether it's be the 9th pick, the 7th pick, or the 21st pick. But if you stick and pick, I have a pick I'm going to throw out there right here, right now. I've been thinking about it for a couple days now. If you're the New England Patriots, Abdul Carter's off the board, Travis Hunter's off the board. How about Boise State running back Alshon Gentry? Head coach Mike Vrabel, he did draft King Henry and coached him very well. And then if you have extra picks you pick up, maybe you trade back into the end of the first round or even the top of the second round, and then you try to get your left tackle there. So now you got a power running back, and then you pick up your left tackle. I have my eye on one guy in particular at the end of the first round, top of the second round. I've had my eye on him. If you've been following my channel, checking out my mock drafts at Patriots Draft Forecast, or even here, I've noted it over and over. But I have my eye on left tackle Ariante Ursary from Minnesota. He's huge. He's big. He's powerful. He's explosive. He's got a good wingspan. Oh, yeah, wingspan. He's got long arms, something Will Campbell doesn't have. Will Campbell had 32 and 5/8 at the combine. And then, I guess, I don't know, he grew. Fingernails grew. I don't know, something. He grew. The pro day, a little over a week and a half ago, he went from 32 and 5/8 to 33 inches. So 32 and 5/8 inches to 33 inches. But you don't have that to worry about Ariante Ursary. He's big, explosive, powerful, dominant dominant in protecting the pass rush on the run in the running game, passing game. He's just as stout. Ariante Ursary, I would definitely look at if you're the New England Patriots, the end of the first round, early second round. Could be a left tackle of the future. Check out the mock draft. I have the mock draft link in the chat room. Check it out. Mock draft 4.0. Now I'm going to tell you, I'm going to probably put a couple more mock drafts out before the real draft, April 24th. Couple things I wanted to touch on. Coach Vrabel did speak yesterday at the owners' meetings. He had a couple things to say. He likes the direction the team's going. He reiterated they're going to draft the best available player. He's hoping that lines up with the need. He touched on a couple things. He touched on the offensive line. Garrett Bradbury, the center we just signed from Minnesota. He touched on Cole Strange. Cole Strange is looking good. He should battle Garrett Bradbury for the center job. He took Vidarian Lowe, left tackle. Layden Wallace, right tackle, left tackle. He could vie for a starting spot at the left tackle spot. Layden Wallace. Caden Wallace, my bad. Caden Wallace. Layden Robinson, left guard. He praised Morgan Moses. He gave an encouraging update. Very good news about standout defensive tackle Christian Barmore. If you don't remember, he was on injured reserve most of last year with blood clots. He said Christian Barmore is going to participate in organized team activities starting on a week from yesterday, April 7th. Organized team activities start at Gillette Stadium, and Christian Barmore will be there. Very good, encouraging news from him. Bigger than football, blood clots are serious. It's his life. It's your life. Football comes second, but he seems to be doing better. He seems to be overcoming that. So that'll be great to see newly acquired Milton Williams, standout pass rusher from the Eagles, Super Bowl winner, next to Christian Barmore, opposite side, Keon White. They could be a solid front three. Add in to those three players, you could have Harold Landry, linebacking spot. You picked up Robert Spillane, Clavion Chason, re-signed Christian Ellis, Jack Gibbons we signed, retooled the whole linebacker room. We picked up Carlton Davis from the Lions, standout cornerback. Opposite side, our standout cornerback, Christian Gonzalez. Our secondary should be back to 100% this year, even 1,000%. Kyle Duggar, injury-free, goes into the season injury-free. Should round back into form of 2 years ago that landed him his big contract. Opposite him, Jabril Peppers. He should be injury-free and legal problems-free for the most part. Serious problems. He still has a small minor issue that he has to take care of, drug possession. Not too serious on that front. So that should be a solid back four. Add to that Marcus Jones, Jalen Hawkins re-signed, Alex Austin re-signed. Patriots should be looking at a top 10 defense this year. And I just touched on some of the offensive line. I'll run through it one more time for you. Right tackle, Morgan Moses. We just signed from the Jets. He's a beast, veteran, experienced. Right guard, Mike Oweno, goes back to right guard, position he is strong at. I touched on the center, Garrett Bradbury / Cole Strange. See who ends up taking the starting role there. Layden Robinson should be your left guard. So left guard to right tackle should be a lock, should be solid, and a stable line for your Patriots and your prized possession franchise quarterback, Drake May. Left tackle, I kind of touched on it. Vidarian Lowe, the veteran, he's there. Caden Wallace, he's there. Battling for a starting spot or a backup spot. And then they're going to touch on a left tackle or a few tackles in the draft, I would think, I would hope. but left tackle needs to be addressed in the draft. If you don't address it in free agency, you still have close to $67 million left in free agent money. Two guys that come to mind: Jedrick Wills from the Cleveland Browns. Coach Vrabel was just in Cleveland last year. He had a firsthand look at him as he was working with the offensive line last year. So did he see something he likes to maybe bring him in to battle for the starting left tackle spot or added depth at the left tackle spot? And then there's a left tackle that was with the Cowboys up until last year. Then he signed as a free agent with the Jets. Would you want to see them bring in Tyron Smith? Patriots would get 10 games at least from that guy. And that should be more than enough time for your left tackle if you draft one to step in and be a left tackle of the future. Interesting. So that's what's going on. Owners' meetings, couple rule changes was going on. They had the brotherly shove, aka the tush push, talking about banning it. But that move was tabled to the May meetings as they want to do more research on it. I guess the issue of injury is coming to effect, or they're looking at the injury situation. So that's tabled till May. Couple of things that did pass, though. The chain gang is going away. They'll still be on the sidelines this year, but the NFL is going to an electronic system, and the electronic system, they're actually using it in the UFL this spring, is an electronic system that'll gauge true first downs. You won't have any problems deciding, hey, was it a first down? Was it not a first down? Electronic system will guarantee if it was a first down or not. Dynamic kick rule. The dynamic kickoff rule that was a practice rule, testing it out last season. It was a whopping success. The NFL liked it. They're keeping it. It's a permanent rule now. They did tweak the touchback rule. Touchbacks was at the 30-yard line. They now moved it to the 35-yard line, deterring kickers from kicking the ball out of the end zone, allowing for the kick returner to be able to put the ball in play and return it for kickoffs. They're trying to get more touchdowns, more explosive plays. Richie Rich with the New England Football Edition. Everybody that's actually come in, I've saw some people come in and leave. Thank you for checking in on my page. This is Richie Rich with the New England Football Edition. Please subscribe to my channel below, like my channels below, check out all my content that I have, all my episodes, all my short videos. Have a lot of great content. This is Richie Rich with the New England Football Edition. Please go to my other channel, New England. This is New England Football Edition. Go to my other channel, Patriots Draft Forecast, where I have Mock Draft 4.0 in the chat room. I have my Mock Draft 4.0. Thank you. This is Richie Rich with the New England Football Edition.